It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
Will Show, and of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on? Man. Yes, I'm trying to.
Hey, baby. You just gave the east side.
After that stuff done dropped, I'm trying to figure out what's going on and try to make a point. So
we were just talking to each other. How I can't hear him?
You got to probably log back on. Let's try it this way. Let me hook you up real quick. Out of there. He'll be back on so we can get everything going straight. How everybody's doing? I hope everybody's fine. Great show today. We got a lot of stuff to cover. You know what I'm saying? We've been interviewing a lot of people, so we got a lot of things to really talk about. So I'm sure Mark will join us shortly because we just actually had some news that dropped today. So actually just a few minutes ago. So that should be good. Can you hear me, Mark? Can you hear me? You going in and out?
Say it again.
You going in and out? Can you hear me?
Fuck.
Hey.
This is stupid.
Well, man, I be using that for Vision. I have to bleep that out. But anyway, so let's go on and get started. How we can. Let's go on and get that first thing, social media. You know where to find us at. Big time. markandwillshow.com. And everything that you need to know is right there on the screen as far as Mark and Will Show. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and actually not everything. Twitch, Mark and Will Gaming, TikTok, Mark and Will Show. Definitely check that TikTok out because after the shows we go ahead and get together and talk about things. Actually, as far as the show that it's not the same content, a little bit different, a little bit more really extreme, opinionated on that one. So definitely check that out. That's a good thing. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? So get to do what we need to do. Right here, let me make it a little bit bigger for everybody to see that. Take it off. You already know my name. If you don't by now, you will. FNC Friday Night Crew. That show is off the chain. That actually is a show that's for Friday night. We're gonna maneuver some things so we can still drop that. We know football is coming on, so we're gonna have to make sure everything is good with that.
What the fuck?
Hey. Whoa, we are dropping F-bombs tonight. Goodness gracious. Blooper reel, big time. Oh my gosh, that is funny. So check it out. Let me give y'all a little bit of a glimpse of what FNC is all about. I think she's only going to be gifted so many things that she needs to do, and it's going to be more racial bring the community together type things. I don't think she's going to have the run of the mill
Okay.
of a regular president because, and I would say this, the owner, even though it ain't Al Davis' son, so he's running, he's going to run that. But I can't be mad at Brandon for saying that because I think it is true. I think it's about a look. But you know what? Sometimes you got to say, shit, I don't care. Let's get this, and hopefully we can see
Let's
other
make it.
things. But if you're gonna do that now, what I thought, I never seen a picture of her until the other day, and I mean, she's like a model. So
She wasn't ugly. She was a looker. She wasn't
She,
ugly.
she,
there we go. Mr. Mark, can you hear me, bud?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, let me see. I told everybody. I said, Vision we gonna have to come up with some Vision. Mark is dropping them f bombs on live.
Oh shoot!
So, oh, snappers. Like, okay. So let's get caught up. We haven't done the baseball yet, but we're gonna go to something that really dropped right before we got on. Let me bring you on here real quick. There we go. You got players leaving school to attend prep school. We already got Caleb Glenn, who's left Male, who's going to Indiana school. You already got George Washington, the third, who's gone to the prep school, I think, in Ohio. And today we got Z McAllen, who's decided to go to Winchester, in I think that's in Massachusetts, if I'm correct. I may be wrong, but another prep school. We actually kind of talked about this ourselves with Los on the sidelines, how these kids are leaving, and we're talking about the stars of the stars. We ain't talking about somebody you know that you don't even know. Even the freshman who will be sophomore at Western, Magwood, he left and went to Oak Hill. So uh, I think it's a hey. What you got one? Okay, two. I think it's a trend. I think elite players is saying, "Hey, we out of here." And my thing is that I feel sorry for Kentucky, especially 502, but Kentucky basketball. If these kids
Yeah,
got to leave, the thing, and my thing is that you really can't blame them because a lot of times you get players, not even just in basketball and football, you get a lot of players that are not ranked highly just because they in Kentucky. And so these
right.
kiddos have played the best of the best. They done played in these tournaments with the best of the best, and they have competed at a high level. And still not to see their stars rankings go up. And I know people old school like it ain't about rankings, it ain't about rankings. Well, you know what? The problem is that this is not old school. This is new school. You have to adapt. These kiddos are looking at their ranking, especially if you don't have no high caliber offer in your mind. You know what I'm saying? If you,
Yeah,
oh man, I know I'm better than this dude, and he's going to, UConn or Pittsburgh or something like that. And I know I'm better than him, and my offer is a low caliber college. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm just saying. So I, you know, all it takes is one, and I'll tell you that dominoes fell, and I think actually George Washington was probably the first one. All it takes with him or Caleb anyway. All it takes is one, and I'm not mad at him. I just feel kind of sad for the state of Kentucky's basketball because
yeah,
you're talking about these kiddos. Like I said, was their teams was like considered favorites type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yes, they was.
Now
Yeah,
you take away this stuff like that, man. That's kind of hard, man. What's your thoughts on this, Mark?
I mean, don't get it twisted. I hate it. I hate it because, like you said, Glenn at Male. Then you got the youngin at Western. Then you got Zeke at PIP. And go to these games and you watching these cats compete. You wanted to see it again this year. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so exciting to see these guys play and compete against each other. But at the same time, it's almost like you and your parents got to sit down and make a business decision. Like, do I go somewhere else with better competition to where it's like I get more shine to see the bigger college that I can get, or do I stay here and be the man of Louisville and don't really get nothing? Which is almost like it's sad, like you said, because it hurts 502 to see all these big name cats leave
Right.
and not play at these schools that we have all been to and know and love to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I hate it, but I wish nothing but the best for these kids. Wish nothing but the best. I hope they succeed wherever they go, but I hate to see them leave.
Right. Right. And that's true. What's up, D? What's up, Shan? What's up, Mom? How you doing? Everybody
Hey,
fine? Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what you talking about. I was just looking at our website just to see the all 502 teams, and you talking about you had Caleb Glenn, who was also the MVP. You have Instantly Curl, who I think is a senior, so I think he was going. You got Gabe Sisk, who's still here. At least I think he's still here. You got George Washington III. He's gone to Ohio, and now you got Z McAllen going to I think in Massachusetts. Which, like you said, hey, hats off to them. If that's what you got to do to get in a better situation, it is what it is. And I'm gonna say this: this ain't gonna be the last.
no, it's not.
It's not gonna be the last. So hey, it's gonna be interesting because, like I said, the top of the top, woo, it'll change the whole face. To be honest,
Right. What you said.
right. All right, let me bring Mark back in here. All right, so we got gaming. We got Mark and Will Gaming is on YouTube channel. Mark and Will Gaming. Mark actually has been on there rolling with it today. Let them know. Look,
Yeah, I was rolling. I was kind of upset with a couple of them because I feel like they're starting to cheat now. When you want to get on there, all of a sudden, now you get knocked off and stuff like that. But it was fun. Like I told everybody, it's funny games, man. We coming over there having fun. Like I told y'all, we coming with it. So continue to support us on that page and subscribe to it.
right, big time. That's good stuff. It's going nothing but get better. Like he said, everything's good. Let's go on and get into some baseball.
Yes, sir.
Get into this baseball. Hit them with them scores, please.
Yep, you got Monday, August 8th, which happened yesterday. You got the Orioles who beat the Blue Jays 7-4. You got the Mets who beat the Reds 5-1. You got the Cubs who beat the Nationals 6-3. You got the Angels who beat the A's 1-0. Diamondbacks beat Pittsburgh 3-0. The Giants beat the Padres 1-0. And the Yankees took care of business and beat Seattle 9-4. Now you got today, Tuesday, August 9th. Scores. Come on. Don't what we doing? Okay, here we go. You got games actually on right now. You got Miami and Philly. Philly is up 1-0. Blue Jays is down to Baltimore 3-1. Atlanta is up on the Red Sox 4-3. You got the Reds and Mets 0-0. Guardians and Detroit.
Come on, Reds!
Bro. Yeah, you got the White Sox and KC. White Sox is up 1-0. Nationals is up on the Cubs. Actually, nothing on both of them scores. It's a lot of zeros right now going on. Tampa Bay and Milwaukee is 0-0. Texas is up on Houston 1-0. Then you got the nice games. You got St. Louis and Rockies, Angels and A's, Pittsburgh Diamondbacks, Giants Padres, Twins LA Dodgers, Yankees Seattle, and last but not least, you had a game that came on earlier, which is a doubleheader. They're back on right now. KC beat the White Sox earlier 4-2.
Woo-wee. All right, so getting into the division, the standings. We'll go from first to last. Basically, American League East, you got the Yankees with the 17-game lead over the Boston Red Sox, who are now in last place in that division. Wow, we're talking a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they was, right up there. Not
Right.
like 10 games out, but, Yankees not playing. In the Central, you got the Twins with actually a 15 game over the last place in their division, Detroit Tigers. In the West, you got the Astros with a 29 game lead over the A's. Ooh, and I know
Ooh,
who's an A's fan. I am so sorry for you. National League East, you got the Mets with a 35.5 lead over the Washington Nationals. That is ridiculous. That is, I mean, for real, like, stop. That don't even make sense. That is horrible.
right.
In the Central, uh, you have the Cardinals with a 16.5 game lead over the Pirates, and in the West, you got the Dodgers with a 28.5 lead over the Diamondbacks, and that is garbage at its finest. Scoreboard was brought to you by A28 Pearl. So, hey, man, whew, that's some bad business right there. That's all I got to say. That's truly bad.
Absolutely.
WNBA.
Last night you had the Wings who took care of the Liberty, 86-77, which both stars on both teams just went bananas last night. For what I watched, they was just like going back and forth. But the lady for the Wings said, "No, here I come. I'm here too." You know what I'm saying? That was last night's scores, August 8th. Then you got tonight. You got the Storm in Chicago, who's actually on right now, which is the Storm is up 20-16. You got the Dream and Aces that come on at 10 o'clock. Then you got the Suns and Sparks that come on at 10:30.
Wow. So, we talked about always as far as the standings with that. Um, Only team that's eliminated is truly eliminated. We all know that's Indiana Fever. Actually,
Absolutely.
I don't even know if they're playing in the game because Emily Inkster was in Louisville working out the other day. I think it was
Yep.
yesterday. So it's like whatever it be, home skillet. So like we said, we already know the 1 through 5. They really pretty much is good to go. That's the Chicago Sky, Las Vegas Aces, Connecticut Sun, Seattle Storm, Washington Mystics. That's Mystics got 20 and 14. Everybody else is better than that. Underneath that, you got the Wings, who really not in a bad position either. They like 17 and 16. The next team with them is the Dream and Mercury with 14 and 19. So, but like Mark said yesterday, you got the Lynx and Liberty and Sparks all in striking distance of number 8 and number 7. So it's going to be interesting.
Right.
It's not that many games left. We talked about that before. So I think the regular season ends, I think next Thursday or something like that. So no, actually, take it back. Next, well, Sunday. Sunday is the last.
Yep.
So you better get it while you can. If not, then that's a wrap. And I hate to see that for some of them, but hey, you got to play hard always, and we know injuries and things like that plays a big role. So it's going to be interesting. That playoff, I mean, I like Chicago, but you just never know. Everybody's an injury away from not even, what I'm saying, competing. So,
Absolutely.
no. We have today so many. Like I said, when we came on the show, we found out Z was going somewhere else. Throughout the day, we had this one dropped on us. Miss Serena.
Yep.
Miss Serena has told pretty much everybody that that U.S. Open is probably going to be her last hurrah.
Ooh,
And when you just look down, 23 Grand Slam wins. That's the big four. You know what I'm saying that they play
yep.
throughout the year. She got 73 single titles, 14 should be Grand Slam doubles, and you got 4 gold medals. Man, I that is remarkable, man. She's just
A hell of a career.
yeah, man. And it's so funny because remember when she was out there playing with the beads and her and her sister Venus and all that
Yep.
good stuff, and then you look at it now and it's like, she's a mother. She's been playing for a while, and she's been dominating for a while. So man,
Right.
hell of a career.
Yes, sir. Go out there and try to win this last one before you call it all done.
Right, right. I'll get that. We'll get it together, and then her being off and having a child and doing motherhood, and
Yeah.
she got a lot of business that she does. So
Exactly.
shoot, I'm ready for the next chapter. This is good. Let me go on and I improved myself and made a killing off the money. So I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So I
good.
off to her. Her and her sister, you know what I'm saying? It was a joy watching them play. Big
Yeah.
time. So I'll definitely be tuning in and hoping she pulls out another one.
Right.
That'll be good. All right, we're gonna do this one though. We're gonna go NBA first. Let's do NBA first. Let's do NBA first. All right. So Mark brought this up to my attention. Actually, yesterday while we was doing the show, Mr. Durant, after the show, let's say, Mr. Durant decided he wants to say, uh, big bank take little bank, and
Yeah.
saying it's either me or the coach or GM. And we had a nice little discussion about it. It might have been on TikTok. I can't recall what we did with that one. But what's your thoughts on this, Mark?
First off, I really had to go back and do some research, right? As
Mm-hmm.
far as like back in the day players, like 90s and 80s players and stuff like that or whatever. And then I had to go back and look at Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back and rewatch the documentary or whatever. We all know everybody don't watch that. And not one time have I ever heard Jordan say it's either the coach or the GM. And we all know him, Scotty, they couldn't stand that dang on GM.
Right,
But not one time did they ever say it's either him or us type of
right,
thing. Even when Phil Jackson came in, he was like, he's taking the ball out of my hand, but he got adjusted and went with the offense, right?
right,
And then you thinking about now, these players now to where they like, I'm not playing for this coach. Or the GM got to go as me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like now I don't blame the Shaqs and the Charles Barkleys now for talking the way they talk about the NBA today.
right,
Because it's like, y'all crybabies. If it ain't y'all way, it's nobody's way. And then it's like, Kevin Durant, you went to go to state after you had them 3-1. You went there and you got 2 chips, which is awesome. We can't sit here and talk about LeBron and dog him the way that we did when this guy is doing all of this. And it's almost like, why is he not getting this hot seat like LeBron was getting when he went to Miami?
right.
And then I was thinking, let's go back. Who's to say that Dwayne Wade wasn't recruiting LeBron in Bosch? Only thing we talk about is LeBron went to Miami or whatever. So it's like I feel like KD needs to get more bashing than what he get because he really don't get it. Because for one, he's a 2-time champ, and we overlook it because of what he do on the court. But for you to give an owner an ultimatum, I feel like it's very disrespectful because you ain't getting the money without the owner.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
Yeah. That's very it's right on point because we all like you said, Michael and them couldn't stand Jerry Krause and all that kind of stuff like that. With Durant, it's like why even play games? It's gonna take 1 year contracts, bro. Just take 1 year contracts. That's it.
Might as well.
Because we know what you're doing. We know when you make this statement, that's to say, okay, you guys claim that it's 2 or 3 teams would trade wants to trade for me. Go ahead and just make it happen because I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Trying to strong arm. You're not going to win that. No, no. I mean, unless and it'd be different if you was down there in Nets and you won like 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to think about it. You got like, okay, like if that was Steph Curry who's talking that stuff, like, look, dude, I'm out of here. Unless Kerr's gone or who, let's say the GM. You know,
Right.
they might have to think about that. They might have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, the crazy thing is that that's because he's been there and he's been producing. Yes, they got some other players, but Steph Curry, that shooting is ridiculous. And really, Durant's talent is ridiculous. Everybody knows that. But him hopping around different spots, and we know that he wants to get out again. Man, like I said, this dude 1 year deals. You're trying to force their hands. This dude is not going to side with you. You know that. Come on, man. And basically, what we know Tampa and all this. Just go in their office and say, look, what are the three teams? Make it happen. This for me, please.
Right.
You know,
Right.
let's go ahead and get this over with. I understand that these teams are trying to get, four draft picks and all this, and doable, understandable. But hey, I'm tired with the drama, and like I said, from here on out, man,
Right.
this sound 1 year deals. That's my thing. Sound 1 year deals. We're tired of hearing this and seeing this big time, and it is what it is, man. So
Absolutely.
thank you for participating in what you have done, Mr. Durant. But exit left, and the scary thing is, when a man got too much time on his hand, you can tell when he's up here trolling other people and commenting. Dude, come on, man.
Everything.
Yeah, this chill, man. Please find a spot for this cat, please, quickly.
Please.
Quickly. All right, this one right here is a goodie. Now I can tell you everything's dropping. Mark and I was talking about this because yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they was talking about how the NFL wanted to go ahead and appeal, and we like, hey, on Friday, Thursday, or even yesterday, whatever we was talking about it, it was like pretty much they have to. They have to appeal
Right.
because there's too many women that work for them. There's too many women that are fans of NFL. You got to go ahead and do what you got to do. Well, I don't know if he was watching it because he said, bump that. No, 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 no. We want him banned the whole year.
Season.
Woo!
You want the year?
Woo! And you know who that's coming from? That's coming from the owners. He works.
Absolutely.
He works for the owners, and they're like, no, 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 no. Bad enough Browns did that deal to kind of mess up the market, guaranteed and all this kind of stuff. The
Yeah.
owner's like, dude, we're not buying for that, man. We want them gone the whole year. Nah, there ain't no 8 games. Nah, we want him the whole year. So it's gonna be
Whole
interesting.
year.
They appointed that lady, the judge or whatever, to oversee and things like this. They appointed her. So will they appeal to her, or will they say, you know what, let's appeal to somebody, let's get somebody else or whatever? It'd be very interesting because the owners want a whole year. Now,
Whole year.
they may not get a whole year, but it's going to be, I think, when you talking about a whole year of 17 games and this kid only got 6,
Exactly.
I think you might get more, buddy.
Absolutely. You ain't lying. He might get it. He might get the whole year because now they just put the ball in the judge's court like, hey, what you gonna do?
Right, right,
What are you gonna do? Because if they don't give him the year, now it's gonna be like, well, these players go, well, shoot, we can get away with whatever.
right. How come we got hit harder than him, and he's got active case going on, and people can say, well, it's not done, and we understand that. But my thing
Right.
is, even if they go ahead and say, okay, well, he won't get 6, he'll probably at least get 8 games, 8 or 9 games, half the season.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why he always asks for more and all this kind of stuff. But I was kind of interested that he came out talking about, nah, man, Evans called for him a full season, man.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. It is crazy. He
uh,
better get. I mean, and like we already had talked about, I still don't see him getting no more than 8 games.
yeah, nah, I don't either. And think about it, she has to agree with you and make it happen.
Right.
Because she's the one who made it. She's the one who said 6. So she's got to go back and eat crow. Like,
Exactly.
you guys are right. I was wrong. How many judges do that?
What you said, and she's a woman.
Yeah. Well, you would think that she'd give more.
Right.
She didn't. So I don't know about that. So that's interesting, though. That's very interesting, and we'll see
Absolutely.
how that that rolls with that. So thank you, Goodell, for speaking out on that one. All right, our next one we got Birds linebacker Smith requests trade. Don't feel wanted. Don't feel appreciated. Don't feel nothing. Said it's a new people in the front office that came in and pretty much has not showed him love. I know that I was talking to Mark earlier, and I know that a lot of ratings and rankings of these players don't have him one of the highest defensive.
Yeah,
So, maybe they go on by that and feel that, or maybe, somebody in the office knows about the football and doesn't like what they see. They see he does enough, but not for that. He's due like $9.7 million for I think next year or something like that. So
yep.
upset, and I would hate to see him leave like that. You know.
It just sucks because he's basically saying about the deal that he got. You know what I'm saying? It's never like he said it was itself the linebacker position. The
Right.
money that he was getting to be as the top tier that he is. But it's like it's the game that they coming into now to where it's like some of these GMs and owners is like, man, we don't care what you talking about. You don't deserve it. But he gonna go somewhere else, get that money and shine.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he's a nice player. I mean, there's a lot of teams that say something about 10 teams to fit him. He's a tackling machine. He's a tackling machine.
Right.
So that's kind of crazy to me. But hey, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, somebody will take
I
him.
mean, that's crazy. That's just crazy to me because now it's almost like you got these NFL players who go out and put their life on the line every day. When you got a stud that can really play and can do what he do, pay him.
Right, right. They too busy want these linebackers for 1 year deals, $3 million.
Right.
That's the problem when you have like bar goals for like 3 million or whatever it is. That hurts a guy like Smith.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So and there's a whole bunch of other linebackers that are out there. So that I feel sorry for the young buck. He's still on his rookie contract.
Exactly.
And he know his life expectancy at the middle linebacker ain't long. So he wants to go ahead and get that money.
Right. Especially when you see these linebackers who retired early.
Right, right, right. And so that's a say. If hey Birds, hey, we'll take him. We'll take another defender. That's for sure.
He said, "We'll take him."
Offensive tackle for the Jets. Mekhi
Yep.
Beck injured his knee, likely out for the season. He just came back off the injury reserve, and now injury bug done hit him again. I feel sorry for this cat because
Yeah.
he is a big human being, and a lot of times sometimes certain parts normally it's the feet. You know what I'm saying that goes, but I think it was his foot last year. Now it's his knee. I just hope he's not injury prone because he's still on his rookie contract, and he's looking dead in straight dead face. He's looking at 1 year deals.
Yep. Absolutely. Like you said, it sucks, man, because he's a good offensive tackle. An injury bug. It hits some people and it don't hit some people, but he just wanted people to keep hitting.
Right, right, and the Jets they need all the help they can, and you know what they was actually Mark they was actually looking to trade him actually to draft another tackle. And I don't know who they forgot who they draft, but they was looking to draft another one just because they thought that he might have been, you know what I'm saying, not
Exactly.
fully healthy on the other one, and then they was complaining about his weight and different stuff like that. So, hey man, it's an audition every night in the NFL.
Yeah.
Night every day, talking about practice. They can cut you left and right. So I just hope that he gets healthy and then hopefully, he can stay healthy. And
Right.
I don't know if it's going to be with the Jets next year.
What you said.
Wow. That part. McVay signs extension. I don't know how much it is, but I know he was talking about it. He signed an extension. I think nobody's surprised on this one at all.
No. No. No.
He done went to what, two
Really?
Super Bowls like that. So yeah. Two
He
Super Bowls
deserves
in like
the
what,
money, young man.
right? Two Super Bowls in like 5 years or something like that.
Yes.
Straight. I think he's straight. Yeah, I
Then
think.
you keep breaking in all these players and stuff. Man, get your money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. They be foolish. That's the thing about it. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
Nowhere. All right. So let's go and have a little bit of fun. We was talking about we was gonna do something a little special for our Steelers and Cowboys fan. So we'll just go. Ooh, we'll do it this way. Bam. Let's start off with this one. Who starts a quarterback in week one, Mark?
McVixie, McKissy, whatever how you say that boy's last name. Shoot. That guy.
Oh,
Came
Trubisky.
from Chicago. Yeah.
Trubisky. All
Yeah,
right.
he gonna get it. He's gonna get it. It's his job to actually lose.
Right.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph been doing good in camp and stuff. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's cute. But dude's gonna get the job, and Kenny, he's not ready yet. He's not third yet. He's not ready. So, bruh gonna get the job until he messes up, and then Rudolph gonna come in if he do mess up. Kenny's not coming in right away. Kenny is like a year or two away to me, unless he shows something else and improve. Kenny's like a year or two away.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes
That's
sense.
why you bring in Vixie or whatever for 2 years to get that young boy ready. Because he's not going to come in and automatically be a quarterback ready for the NFL. He's not ready.
So let me ask you this real quick. And you know how they talk about Mason Rudolph been doing real well, that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
What percentage do you give him starting week one?
A percentage I have to give him starting week one would be a 30% chance.
Right,
Because with
that
everything,
ain't bad.
that I'm seeing that's going on and I'm reading up on Trevixie, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing in training camp or whatever. It's just gonna be it'll be up to him if he's gonna lose that job or not once the season starts.
Cool. Gotcha. That makes sense. All right. This one right here. Cowboys.
Oh,
Elliott Dunn. Well, I think after this year, they probably are gonna have to make take a long look in the mirror and pretty much be like, "Hey, you doing enough for us?" Because he makes too much money. That's the
yeah,
problem.
he do.
Much money, and that right there, it's gonna be the end all be all. And then he's actually hindering uh, the other quarterback. I mean, a running back. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
because everybody wants to see him Pollard, and that's limiting him because you got to run Zeke. Zeke doesn't have that burst. He's getting injured and things like that. I just really think that I don't know if so much Dunn. I think Dunn as far as in the Cowboys uniform, you know how that goes with somebody like him
yeah,
end up on a team that's probably need a running back and try. Hopefully he'll be a contender and not somebody garbage, so he get a chance like that. But I do think that it's end of the road is right there, looking right at him. So hopefully he has a good season this year and prove a lot of people wrong.
yeah. So if he do prove a lot of people wrong, the Cowboys keep him.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, he done been in the league too long. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The shelf life
Yeah,
is a little bit. Everybody know running back, and he done took a toll. So I mean, he done paid him all that money anyway. So I don't know.
right.
All right, Steelers, can the wide receiver draft picks make instant impact?
I'm going to say yes with George because once again, when I'm watching, he's going up against ones in practice. Not saying that Pittsburgh got the top-notch DBs in the world, but still, when he's sitting here and doing what he's doing, catching the ball, scoring touchdowns, he's looking at them, staring them down like, "This is it." You know what I'm saying? I feel like George is going to be. I feel like George is going to be great.
I like him.
Once Claypool can come back from, you know what I'm saying, and really get right how he is, George is gonna be that guy. Don't get it twisted. Dante Johnson just got back and stuff like that. But when you got somebody like George who's big and physical like he is, hey, who you gonna go to first?
Right. You're right. I
It
love,
can make plays after the catch.
I love that pick. I was hoping that he would stay around for a little longer so we could have got him, but he graded in the first round. But you know how they do.
Exactly.
People start rumors and start saying somebody's this and that, so that's why he
Yep.
said. But dude's definitely first round talent, and great pickup for the Steelers. I mean, I just love it. Strong receiver, tall. Yeah, that's a steal. So
Yes, sir.
he'd be real good, big time. Let's see. Next one, Cowboys with quarterback Dak take next step. I think for his health, and I mean not for like him being injured, but talking about
Yeah.
mental psyche, he better because when you sign those big contracts like that, nobody's expect you not to make the playoffs. Nobody's expect you to go out in the first round of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you get a bye, no one's expecting you to lose when you play that first game. So I think for his psyche, I'm hoping and praying not just for as a Dallas Cowboys fan, but as someone who, you know, Dak is a nice guy, you know, like that kind of stuff like that. Uh, because of the market sets a high price, that's why he got that. Do I think he deserved that? No, but I also know that there's a lot of teams without quarterbacks, and we all know what that looks like when you don't have no quarterback. So you be happy that you got a quarterback. I really hope he does, and we're gonna see because you know you got Gallup out for the first quarter of the games. You got all kind of other stuff going on. You already got James Washington who's out. You probably need to get another one. You got young receivers, so we're gonna see.
Right.
We're gonna see what's going on with him, and I hope. I to me, I defer that question, but more like hope than to say yes, he will. To be honest,
Right.
what will secondary look like to begin the season for the Steelers?
You know what's so crazy? To say y'all got truth, I don't know. I don't know because we brought Wallace in, which
Mm-hmm.
Wallace is gonna be he's gonna be solid because he's gonna take Washington's position, who we just basically just said go ahead and leave
Right,
with Joe Hayden or whatever. It's that other side because you got these young boys that we drafted. We got the young boy from Oklahoma that we drafted last year
right.
and stuff like that.
I like
You
him.
got, you know what I'm saying? You got Pick Magic, who just signed the contract as safety, and then we brought back Edwards or whatever. It's just that it's tricky because I'm worried about the cornerback less than the safeties.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I'm Wallace. I feel like he's going to handle his own, but it's going to be that other side who we're going to bring in to handle that other side since Joe's gone or whatever. But I don't know. To tell you the truth, it's just that it's always that position that's always iffy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's always is. You know what I'm saying? And us breaking in Fish Magic, I don't know why I call him Fish Magic, but us breaking him in or whatever, it's like that gave it another spark to the safety position because we ain't had nothing really like that since Troy and Brian Clark
Right. Right.
or whatever. So it's like it's going to be tricky this year. I hope that we can get better at that position and not keep getting, you know what I'm saying, drug at that position. That front is going to do its job.
Right.
We know the front going to do its job. It's that back end. So to answer that question, I really don't know. It's tricky.
I didn't know. I didn't know that KZ, who was at Atlanta and then he went to Dallas last year, he's on y'all team.
Yeah,
And so I guess
yeah.
he might
It's
be competing with Edwards. I guess.
yeah. It's crazy because Pitt is signing. I'm looking at all this stuff where they signing all these people, but it's like, what are we getting all these people for? You understand what I'm saying? What you got these young boys coming in. Obviously, we don't trust these young guys that we got. It got to
Mhm.
be something. Can we just sign your boy? I can't think of his name today. Who came from the Cowboys or whatever? So it's like, okay, I see what they doing. They're bringing in these cats for camp to see what they can do and then get rid of them.
Yeah.
But the biggest question is going to be that corner position, and it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. We've been rough in that position for a long time now.
Well, you know,
Ike Taylor days.
when you got a front seven to put pressure on you, that means that cornerback ain't got to cover too much, long. So that's a bonus
Yeah.
on that. That's a bonus on that. All right, let's see right here. Cowboys with wide receiver rookies. They're rookies. Help the offense. Tolbert is a must. He's gonna have to. Dude's a nice dude. He has no choice. You know what I'm saying? I think it might be a couple of second year players that's gonna have to help too, because it seems like Jerry does not want to go ahead and get a veteran. There's a lot of veteran receivers out there. I wouldn't mind T.Y. Hilton or somebody like that who can stretch the field. That'd be cool. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because that's what James was gonna do. James is going to stretch the field. You know what I'm saying? Be that deep threat that's going down there while you got Lamb and Gallup work in between and things like that. So you need somebody to stretch the field. So go ahead and get old man Hilton. Go ahead and get Deshaun Jackson, who always is good for one or two long play in the season. Bonds, even though he gonna get mad because he wants to start. But I would say it'll probably be only one Tolbert. The other one we will see. But see, they have opportunity. A lot of help hurt people, so you got to go ahead and take advantage of that situation. If you
Right.
you damn for real, for real. What does it take for head coach Tomlin to get fired? In your mind, what would it take? We know that he's the winningest or whatever. What would it take for him to let go? Be let go?
Whoo wee. For Coach Tomlin, that's a good question because it's like Pittsburgh only done had 3 head coaches since they done been in the lead or whatever. Yeah, I think me personally, it would take for Mike Tomlin to retire.
Yeah, I can see that.
It would take for Mike Tomlin to retire because Pittsburgh's not gonna give up on him because he's one of them coaches to where for one he's a players coach.
Right.
He's you know what I'm saying he's there for his guys and stuff like that. Whatever it's going to take for him to retire. Because don't get it twisted. I know everybody's like, oh, 8-8 is this and that, but the percentage of the NFL, we know how it is. It's not a losing season.
Right.
He ain't had one or whatever. So me personally, I think it's going to take for him to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna retire and Pittsburgh get another coach. Because that's what it took for Bill Cowher.
Right.
Bill Cowher was like, I'm
He
done.
wasn't going nowhere. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm done. And then they brought in coach. So it's like it takes for these guys to retire because they really trust and believe into the coaches that they bring in.
Yeah, and they believe we got GM and president. Let them go ahead and do
Right.
the job. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that big time. That's a good answer because that's why I think it's more possible that he retire than him getting fired.
Right.
Cowboys, well, offensive line hold up. I love the first round pick they got because he can play guard or tackle. It's just that I wish they got I hope another dude that they drafted. Can't think his name step up too because we know Tyron Smith is not gonna hold up. He hasn't played a whole season and I don't know how many years. The center, I really don't care for him. I love Martin, you know what I'm saying, of course. So infuse some young talent in that line, which is needed. You got to do that. And then they brought in some experienced things. So I think they were managing, you know what I'm saying, the days of having those true brawlers like they used to. Only certain team has that. You know what I'm saying? You got the Colts, whose offensive line is good, real good. You know what I'm saying? You got like 49ers and things like it. Certain ones that constantly, have it, but dudes get old, they deteriorate, bam, but you got to get them in there. And I think Dallas has not recovered since Frederick retired unexpectedly because he was ill. He was a center.
Yeah.
Once you had that center next to Martin, everything was rocking and rolling. Then you can plug whatever you got to do, and then you got Smith out there. But they have not replaced him. I don't understand why they did because that Bandash or whatever, the Wisconsin dude who's been there for I think it's his third year. I've never seen so many false starts and different stuff like that in my life. So it's like, come on, man. You should have went ahead and made the change. But he's gonna hold with the youth movement, and I ain't got no problem with that. But that youth gets old, and then you don't want to pay them.
Right.
So that I mean, like
Right.
you just using them
That part.
for cheap labor. So I mean, I think they will. I think they'll make necessary changes and moves they have to. Like I said, the draft has been solid for the past 3.5 years. So I think they'll do what they got to do. Last still a question. Season prediction.
Whew, season prediction. Ah, of course I want to say we're gonna have a hell of a great season because I'm a Pittsburgh fan. But in all reality, I mean, when you got a new quarterback coming in and you used to seeing Ben for the last 18, 19, you know what I'm saying, seasons
Right.
or whatever, it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, to really sit there and say, oh, we gonna come in because a lot of people can't come in like Ben, who came in and then go the next year, go to the ALC Championship game and lose to New England Patriots. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That's
You
true.
really can't. You don't have a lot of people that can do that type of stuff. 15-1 like he did. So, I predict that we will have a good winning season. I feel like once we get to the playoffs, it's going to be rough. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what the offense is going to look like and how we go into the playoffs, because he don't have Ben. I feel like that's just so much of a big thing for me when you have a quarterback that long, and now you switching over, especially when you bring in another quarterback who never played Pittsburgh's system. You know what I'm saying? So where it's like he's learning this, he got to learn everybody and this and that. I believe that we can go far, but it's gonna be based on the defense. I
True.
don't think it's gonna be based on the offense. I think it's gonna be on the defense. And I think as far as the defense goes, the offense can eventually roll in and get everything together, but the defense is gonna take us as far as we go.
I like that. Yeah, that's true. I like that. That's true. That's true. That's true. Let's see. All right. Mine a little different. Will McCarthy be after this season? Woo wee! This right here is something because he can have a winning season and they still fire him. You know, I think, the only reason why he won't get fired is if they talk to Sean Payton and Payton said he don't want to come. I think they really, really want him back at Dallas. He used to be offensive coordinator at Dallas, and I think
Yeah,
he done some great things with New Orleans. I just think the problem is that no one knows. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still the face of the franchise, still in everybody's business, but he done backed up a little bit for McCarthy because you got this defense. They done got Quinn in there, and they let Quinn shop at the store for his own groceries, which is good.
yeah,
They done backed up a tad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why if I'm Peyton why would I come there if you're gonna be all in the videos and all that stuff with the shiny
yeah, dancing and stuff.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
I think it would take that what happened because I think McCarthy's a good coach. I just think that what I'm saying, you just gotta get when he took over it was COVID year. He couldn't really get
yep,
hands on these players and different stuff like that. We know they're professional, but still, it's new system, new everything. So my thing is, I think unless Peyton says, "Hey man, I want Dallas job," I think he'd be back.
right.
Let that man coach, leave him alone. Good plan. Best linebacker bracket. Here we go. We got Drew
Ah,
Sayal versus Ricky Jackson. And the thing about it is, I think we already know where everybody's going, and I don't blame them. But let me tell you,
yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Ricky Jackson was one of those. That's the one who was with Sam Mills and Pat Swilling. That. I mean, you have to go back and YouTube it. That defense was special, special, special. But I'm so sorry, Mr. Ricky, and he's a Hall of Famer. And the thing about it, most of these dudes has been on his Hall of Famers, and that's great. That's
Yeah,
what
they are.
I just don't like certain ones matched up early, stuff like that. But I think Junior, Junior speaks for itself. Rest in peace.
Yes, he does.
That kind of stuff like that. I hate to see, what I'm saying, that what happened to him. But that dude right there was a monster.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That
Tackling
guy was
machine.
great.
Tackling machine, bro. He was tackling machine.
He tried to go get one and it didn't work out.
Yeah, he went to the bad side, didn't he? He went the dark
Yes, he
side.
did.
He went to the dark side and
He went
tried
to
to
the
get
dark
one.
side, brother.
Hey, he tried. I don't blame. He said, "Look, everybody else
I
tries
don't
it.
blame him.
Let me go ahead and try it."
Right.
Yeah. He was smart. He said, "Let me get this."
But you know what's so crazy, bro? You know what's so crazy when you look at it? It really don't work out for NFL players when they do it. It's different from basketball
Right.
because basketball players can do it, and you might be able to get one with basketball. But football, it's not 100% chance.
Right. Nah. Because even if you're a loaded team, you might be like, somebody get hurt. And everything. Only one who did it, I guess, what Tom? Tom
Yes,
and those cats that he brought in with him. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff.
yes,
Fournette and all them. I mean, they was very fortunate
yep.
that happened that way. But that's just odd. You right?
Very fortunate.
That's hard. That's hard to do. That's hard. And it's easy, like you said, it's easy
That's
in
very
basketball.
hard.
It's easy in basketball. And they still don't do it.
Right. And the crazy thing about it, you go back, think about New England Patriots, the undefeated season.
Woo!
Loaded.
Mouse is putting up crazy
And
numbers.
still lost.
Still lost. You absolutely right. Still lost. Oh man. Hey, I'm sorry, Ricky. You out here, brother. But thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir, Ricky.
We understand,
Great
bro.
show.
We love you though, man. You know, you're gonna make me go YouTube and look up some of that stuff right now, for real.
Right.
Man, I wanted to do this. I didn't get a chance to do this earlier, but don't forget, tomorrow we should have a banger on, big time for you guys, and do something we normally don't do. Off
Yep.
the dribble. So tomorrow, Coach Wolf is supposed to join us so we can get the State of the Union address for the male Bulldogs and talk to the championship coach. And as Mel tries to go back for the fifth time, and also
Yeah.
for other kind of records and things like that, we get caught up. They lost a lot of players, so we're going to see what's going on with that. And have Coach Wolf on here tomorrow. Make sure you check that show out. Should be a banger. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for weathering the storm. I think it's raining outside or something's going on. I don't know.
Something. I don't know.
Right. Hey, thank you guys. God bless.
Be
Good night.
safe.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.